Now, I'm going to get into the what, the how, and the why of follow-up. But before I do that, I want to go into my background a little bit so you understand why I'm even talking to you about this topic. So I'm Wanda Allen, and my company is Follow-Up Sales Strategies. And I'm an international speaker, coach, and a corporate trainer. I'm also an author. I've written 2 books. My first book was Follow-Up Savvy, and my second book is Follow-Up Sales Strategies. And before I did all that, I had a very successful 25-year corporate career. I was a business banker, and I started at the age of 19 as a secretary. So if any of you have been around long enough to remember that title, you know I'm dating myself, because today they're called administrative assistants. But I was a 19-year-old secretary, and I worked my way up the corporate ladder. And at the age of 30, I was promoted to senior vice president. And I spent the lion's share of my career managing SBA departments, stands for Small Business Administration, and their loans. And I managed departments that did 100 million plus in annual loan volume. And it was through that experience that I developed a very strong skill for creating systems. And after managing SBA for about 15 years, I was asked if I would consider the position of branch manager. And I was ready for a change, so I accepted the position, which put me into sales. And one of the first things I did was I really studied the sales process. And I realized how critical follow-up is to every single stage in the process. And I also realized there's an extension of following up called staying in touch, also known today as relationship management, which is an area that's terribly neglected today. Because what so many people do is they follow up on the prospecting side, get the business, close it, drop the relationship, and they're often looking for their next new lead prospecting client, forgetting about everybody that they've already done business with. So I'm here to remind you that there's more opportunity either through more business and or referrals with the people who have already worked with you. Please don't ever forget that. So I really understood it all. And what I decided to do was take my strong skill of creating systems, and I developed systems for following up on the prospecting side and then staying in touch once business had been closed. And within 9 months of having these systems in place, I brought in my first $1 million account. And I've had many successes since then. So I know most of you would love to have the right systems in place. And there may be some of you that would be happy with a system because there's just nothing there.